Welcome back, everyone. We have a very, very interesting video lined up for today. We are going to let AI predict the standings for every division in football. Y'all don't seem to agree with me when I do it, so we'll see if y'all agree with the AI. Starting with, who do we want to start with? We'll start with the AFC North. Predict the standings for the AFC North. This is going to be interesting. This is what Ravens, Steelers, Browns, and okay. So off rip, these are the teams in order. All right. We'll start from 4. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Reasoning: while the Steelers are a proud franchise with a strong history, they are currently in a rebuilding phase. It will take some time for them to return to contention. And they're about to get Brandon Ayuk, so that could change. But I agree with the Steelers being in 4. I think this is probably the toughest division in football currently. Next, we have the Cleveland Browns. Reasoning: the Browns have made significant improvements in recent years, but consistency has been an issue. With Deshaun Watson at the helm, they have had the potential to challenge for the division title. So I think the AI is kind of going in the same direction. It knows this is a really, really solid division, but the two teams ahead of them are just, it might be their time. Next, we have the Cincinnati Bengals. Reasoning: Joe Burrow is one of the league's top quarterbacks, and the Bengals have a talented roster. If they can stay healthy, they'll be a tough team to beat. I agree with that. And last but not least, the Baltimore Ravens coming out on top. With Lamar Jackson locked in long-term and a strong offensive and defensive core, the Ravens are poised to continue their dominance of the division. I can see it. I agree with it. Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers. Let me know if y'all think there should be a different order to that down in the comments. And I'm probably going to ask that for every division. So we'll go up here and we will ask again. We'll just change it to the AFC South. Predict the standings for the AFC South. And this one is going about how I thought it would go too. At number 4, we have the Tennessee Titans. The Titans are undergoing a rebuild after parting ways with Derrick Henry. It could be a tough season for them as they transition to a new era. Derrick Henry's gone. Vrabel's gone. I mean, they're just kind of gutting that team and trying to make it into something new. And I absolutely agree with the Titans at 4. I do think they'll be a little scrappy this year, though. Next, we have the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts have made significant strides in recent years, but consistently remains an issue. With Anthony Richardson at the helm, they have potential to make a big leap. I think they do make a big leap this year. I just have not seen especially enough consistency out of the quarterback play. Obviously, Anthony Richardson has to stay healthy and he has to improve as a quarterback. He just cannot run every play. I mean, it's kind of like I can't hate on Josh Allen. Y'all are going to hate on me for it, but I mean, not Josh Allen right now, but Josh Allen, his first 2 years in the league, a lot of running. They're trying to teach him how to pass the ball better. I'll say it like that. Number 2, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence showed flashes of brilliance, but inconsistency plagued the Jags. If they can improve their defense, they could challenge for the division title. I like that. I don't think they're right there with the Texans to challenge for the title. The Texans do have a really, really hard schedule, though, so I could see it being a little bit closer than people think it should be. And number 1, the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans surprised many last season, clinching the division with a rookie quarterback, CJ Stroud, gaining experience. They look poised to build on their success. Not much to say there. I completely agree with that. AI's kind of crazy. Hold up. We did North, South. Let's do East. Can't wait to get to the NFC. Ooh. Number 4, the New England Patriots. The Patriots are in a rebuilding phase. While they have a solid foundation, it may take some time for them to return to AFC East contention. Not a lot to argue there. Number 3, this is kind of interesting to me. Personally, I would have the Bills right here. Number 3, the New York Jets. Reasoning: the Jets have made strides in recent years, but questions remain about their quarterback situation. If they can solidify this position, they have the potential to compete for a playoff spot. It's not right. It's not wrong. They got to have Aaron Rodgers healthy or they're going to be in the same situation they were last year. Number 2, the Miami Dolphins. With a talented roster and an improved offensive line, the Dolphins are poised to make a significant leap. Tua Tagovailoa's health will be critical, but if he stays healthy, Miami could challenge Buffalo for the division crown. Okay. The Buffalo Bills at number 1, which, like I said, I don't agree with. Despite losing Stephon Diggs, the Bills still possess a formidable offense led by Josh Allen. Their defense remains strong. Does it? I mean, they lost a lot of defensive starters, making them the favorites to clinch the division title yet again. I'm going to be honest on this. I'm going Jets, Dolphins, Bills, Patriots. That's me. Let me know what y'all think. And last but not least in the AFC West. And it's going to start with the Chiefs, or I'm exiting out of the AI. Okay, there we go. This one's a little skeptical. Number 4, the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders face an uphill battle. While they have shown flashes of brilliance, inconsistency has been a major issue. And that's what they're going to be with this year. Who knows who their quarterback's going to be? Are they coming out with Aiden O'Connell week 1? Are they coming out with Gardner Minshew week 1? Neither of these guys are going to play consistent football. I personally think they should come out with Gardner Minshew. They're in a bridge quarterback era. Gardner Minshew, I think, has the more experience, and they're just waiting for a quarterback to come along and save them. Number 3, the Denver Broncos. The Broncos have made significant changes, including the acquisition of Sean Payton as head coach. If this move pays off, they could surprise some people. I mean, okay. Number 2, the Los Angeles Chargers, which is going to be interesting because Justin Herbert has a foot injury, so we will see if he plays to his potential this year. With Justin Herbert at the helm of a talented roster, the Chargers have potential to challenge the division title. Consistency will be key. And last but not least, the Kansas City Chiefs. The defending Super Bowl champions have a dominant offense led by Patrick Mahomes, and a strong supporting cast. It's hard to bet against them. I learned my lesson with Tom Brady. I will never bet against Patrick Mahomes. So I agree with this. If I were to change anything, I really don't think the Raiders are going to be at 4. It's hard to say that. I think the Broncos are going to be at 4 again. I think the Raiders at 3, Chargers at 2 if Herbert's healthy, and Chiefs at 1. I like that. Jumping into the NFC, let me know if there was anything you would change in the AFC. But jumping right into the NFC, for the NFC North. This is really interesting. I feel like this is pretty accurate right now. I don't like that. I'm a Caleb Williams fan, though, so I don't know. Number 4, the Chicago Bears. The Bears are in the midst of a rebuild and have a lot of young talent. While they show promise, they are likely a year or 2 away from being a serious contender in the division. I don't know. I'm putting them above Vikings for sure. 3, the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings have made some changes to their roster and coaching staff. Their offense has the potential to be explosive, but their defense will need to improve to compete for the division title. Well, we just found out today, breaking news if you haven't heard this, JJ McCarthy has a meniscus injury. They are either going to have to trim it or fully repair it. Don't personally think we see him this year. Think we're going to see a lot of Sam Darnold, so I'm definitely going to probably move them to 4, move the Bears to 3. Number 2, the Green Bay Packers. With Jordan Love taking over the starting quarterback position, the Packers are entering a new era, which they did last year. While there are question marks surrounding their offense, the defense is formidable and could be a dark horse to win the division. This is more going off last year, but obviously because Jordan Love took over. I still think this is where it stands, though. I think the Lions win the division. Number 1, the Detroit Lions. The Lions have momentum on their side after winning the division last year. They have a talented roster and a strong coaching staff. However, repeating as division champs is never easy. I could see them definitely going into a slump. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's all going to depend on Jared Goff. Jamar Gibbs does have a current hamstring injury. They didn't seem too bad off last year when he really couldn't be on the field as much. David Montgomery is you can use David Montgomery as a workhorse back. I'm not going to lie. I think that's why that works out so well. So I kind of agree. Lions, Packers, I would probably do Bears and then Vikings, but that's my personal opinion on the take. NFC South. We have the Falcons, the Bucks, the Saints, and the Panthers. Number 4, the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers are in a rebuilding phase and will likely face challenges. They develop young talent, of course. Number 3, the New Orleans Saints. The Saints have a talented roster but face question at the quarterback position. I mean, if Derek Carr sells me one more time because he can't get the ball to Olave for my fantasy team, bro, I don't know how much more I can take, because it is getting so upsetting having Chris Olave in my starting lineup and Derek Carr can't get him the ball. Number 2, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I like this. Despite losing Tom Brady, which, Baker took over last year, the Buccaneers have retained key pieces on both sides of the ball. Their experience and stability give them a solid chance to compete for the division. When you got Baker, baby, there's always a solid chance. And number 1, the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons made a splash, and I absolutely agree with this, by the way. The Falcons made a splash in the offseason by acquiring quarterback Kirk Cousins and drafting Michael Penix. While the quarterback situation might be unconventional, their offensive firepower could propel them to the top of the division. I have no arguments there. I absolutely think that's going to happen. The more and more I look at it, I do kind of like the Penix pickup. So, it's going to keep them. I get you don't pay a guy as much as they did coming off an injury, but they did it anyways. They know Kirk Cousins can help them compete, and you got a guy behind him in Michael Penix who, if he goes down, they think can take the helm and still compete with them. So that's the NFC South. Let's do NFC East. This is going to be the one that upsets some people. And if this leads off with the Dallas Cowboys, I'm ending the video. All right, there we go. I also still don't agree with it. Number 4, the Washington Commanders. The Commanders have undergone significant changes, including a new head coach. While they have potential, rebuilding takes time. They may face challenges in the competitive NFC East. I got Commanders at 2. I'm not going to lie. I got Commanders at 2. I got Dallas at 3, and I have the Giants at 4. Number 3, we have the New York Giants. The Giants surprised many last season, but maintaining that level of success will be challenging. I really don't think they surprised anybody. They'll need to improve on both sides of the ball to contend for a playoff spot. They don't need to be thinking about a playoff spot. Number 2, the Dallas Cowboys have the talent to compete for the division title, but consistency has been the issue. Their offensive firepower can carry them far. And number 1, the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles have a strong core, key additions to their roster with Jalen Hurts at the helm. They're favorites to win the division. I think the Eagles absolutely win the division. I think the Commanders sneak in and get second. I think the Cowboys get third, and I think the Giants get fourth. That's my opinion on that. And NFC West is the last one, right? I would love for this to lead off with the Cardinals, but I know it won't. Knew it. Oh my. Okay. I don't agree with this one, but okay. The Arizona Cardinals at 4. The Cardinals are rebuilding phase and will likely face challenges in competing for a playoff spot. Are they rebuilding? Number 3, the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks have shown improvement in recent years and could be a wild card in the division. Their young talent and aggressive play style make them a potential spoiler. I like it. Number 2, the LA Rams. The Rams have the talent to compete for the division title, and they'll need to overcome some challenges to dethrone the San Francisco 49ers. And last but not least, the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers have been a dominant force in the NFC West and are likely to continue their reign. With a strong roster and coaching staff, they are favorites to win the division yet again. With this one, I think I would go 49ers, Cardinals, Seahawks, Rams. I think the Rams have the offense. I think Aaron Donald departing from the defense is going to be a lot bigger of a problem than people think it is. But that is the official prediction. Y'all want to do one more? Y'all want to do one more? I got you. Hold on. Predict the 2024 NFL Super Bowl. The Kansas City Chiefs defeat the San Francisco 49ers 25-22. Hold on. Is that? Okay. Is that making it like this year's Super Bowl? Like that was this last season? Predict the 2025 Super Bowl? We'll do that. Is that, I don't even know. I'm not. The Chiefs and the 49ers, yet again, dark horses, Lions, Ravens. Okay, so apparently we're getting a Chiefs and 49ers Super Bowl rerun. I'm rocking Chiefs and Eagles. Let me know if y'all agree with this AI's predictions down in the comments. Let me know your Super Bowl predictions down in the comments. Let me know your favorite NFL team down in the comments. We will be back. Daily content every day. We got shorts, we got long videos, we got lives, we got Madden, we got NCAA. We have everything a sports fan could want and love. Make sure y'all drop a like, drop a follow, and I will see y'all tomorrow.